too wide. Reddit weekly 67s and the market's wider than a truck. Wow. All right, I got filled at 187. Ooh, nice little order to start the day. Reddit, 500,000 in the weeklies. Reddit weekly 167s, not 167s. Good Lord. Wow. A little flow to start the day. Reddit weekly 67s in Reddit. Put it in the chat there. And radiate. Ooh, a little frisky in Reddit. All right, let me turn on the fan and all that jazz. Oh, we got some Reddit weeklies. These already degenerate weekly options. Good Lord. I'm going to try to get some more here at 180 if we get down there. Reddit, I don't know what you are. You're some website where some kids post on a forum, but it don't matter. Ooh, nice little order in the Reddit weekly 67. So $2 implied move. At the money calls. Yay, yay, yay. The chart is bullish. That ENVX, those calls are almost at a triple, by the way, in ENVX from earlier. So Reddit, pretty bullish. 5-minute. Those ENVX calls soared. And the daily, kind of mid. And daily, actually bullish. I thought it'd be kind of mid. Do I like buying calls on the dead high of the day? Hell no. Feel like a donkey doing it, but you gotta pay if you want to play in Reddit. I don't think I've traded this name before. Maybe once, actually. It's a relatively new IPO stock. Reddit, RDDT. That's RDDT. RDDT. Right there on the screen. Can everyone see the screen? Jumped in quick and don't know. NVAX, big move on that one. Had some calls. Blah, 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 that Reddit. Kind of ugly. There we go. Reddit. NVAX. The had a nice move on those calls that hit as well today. Sold CVS at 107% profit this morning. So that's two weeks of double bangers. We had a Bristol Myers like 150% too. I mean, trading has gone insane. About 195, 193 bid here in Reddit. Try to sell some at let's say 220. Let's see if we could do a little day trade. If not, do a little swing trade in them. Still half at 220 if we get there. If we don't, we'll buy more. Remember, when stocks go down, buy more. When they go up, sell them. Keep it simple. Sell the rips, buy the dips. How are y'all doing today? NVAX, Jason said he made 60%. Nice 22% rally in shares. LW calls. They just had earnings. We'll pass on LW. Kind of a boring. I usually don't like anything post-earning. Levi earnings are today after the market closed. Let me actually pull up Levi's. We did see a bullish risk reversal in Levi's on September 25th, I believe it was. Let's see if I can load it here. Them Levi jeans, baby. It will slow down here in about 5 minutes, so just give me a second. I know we're busy at the open. I bought in Levi. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you guys and girls. I bought the Levi. Why won't you load, computer? I bought the Levi October 22s. Let me see if I can pull them up here. You won't load. Damn it, my screen won't load. All right, I bought in Levi's. Reddit calls already $2. 10 lot up a cool $100. If you want to take $100 and run, I don't blame you. I bought these in Levi's, the Oct 22s. I bought them, and not big for earnings. I go very, very small. I did a 6 lot, so 6 times 8 is 48. So $480 of risk if Levi crosses above 2280 on earnings or higher. So I didn't trade them big. I kind of did them little itty bitty size because they did spread them out. Spreads. I'm not a spreader. I don't spread out trades, but that trader did. So I never really trust spreads. I like clean options. Spreads, you know, why would you spread it out if you knew something, right? Just buy outright calls. Don't be a, I don't want to say anything bad. Don't just do it. Put it that way, you know? Man, all right, I'm selling Reddit. I'm taking my money and I'm running. I'm up 200. I'm going to try to sell some Reddit here at 210. Sold some at 210. I'm selling the balance of Reddit. I'll keep a 2 lot on. I'm going to sell some more Reddit here at, let's try 215. Nope, 214. 213. 213. I'm keeping a 2 lot on. $10 or 10 contracts, $240 in 7 minutes. Daddy-o, I'll take that any day. Oh, hello, Reddit. I love you. I don't even know what you do. I wish I would have got more contracts, but hey, Jesus, I kept a 2 lot on for Reddit. So I sold some and I'm keeping a 2 lot on. Ooh, let me just see if they have a big gap up tomorrow. If they don't, I'll just dump it at the open. If they do, joy to my heart. All right, let's go in the chat here. Oh my God. If you're in the options pit, don't look at Rocket Labs. I feel like the donkey of the year. So full transparency, I had Rocket calls. I sold them for $195 loss to buy GM puts. I made $149 in GM puts, but still I net loss $50. So Rocket, why didn't I just hold on to you? I swear, you know what I'm going to do is just buy the stock in my big account and never look at it. By the way, I did get an allocation to SpaceX, by the way. So I had to, if you're wondering why, Lance, are you trading so small? I got an allocation for SpaceX, $150,000. Obviously horrible terms, like all these crazy fees I have to pay. But I did have to clear up a lot of my account stuff for SpaceX. So if you want to laugh, well, not laugh, but see how small I'm trading, full transparency, I have literally $8,000 of buying power. That's it. Overall P&L is $8,000. So like every day, I've been averaging, and past performance, not indicative of future results and all that jazz, but I've been averaging about 500 to $800 a day in this account, just day trading. Because I had to take basically 150K out of here. So I've been trading a very, very small account. So if you have a small account, don't feel bad. You could trade 5 lots, 2 lots, 10 lots, and you know, I'm right there. I'm right there doing it with you. So Netflix earnings, isn't that next week? I saw INOQ. INOQ finally got that rip. Neo call. Oh Lord. Neo. Hold on, I gotta eat some of this chili. I don't know if tell me what y'all have been up to in the chat. I forgot I got this chili. I haven't eaten 8. Do I even have the camera on? APH puts hitting too. APH October 60s. What is this stock? Wow. APH. Some heavy put buying here. APH. 13,000 October 60s trading. Holy moly. There's got to be news here. More puts. There's got to be news on it. APH. There's got to be news hitting. I'm going to try to buy some of the 62.5 puts. Can we get filled at 175? Oh, no, I can't get filled. What about 180? Oh, shit. Stock already moved. I can't get filled. APH seeing the October. Oh, I actually got filled at 180 on some. The October 60s and the 62.5 puts. I have no idea what the stock is. APH, but look at this sell-off. There's got to be news. There's got to be news already hitting on it. So it is kind of reactive. The stock just sold off, 50 cents. So APH, October 60s and the 62.5s. If you look at, I'm assuming the 62.5s were bought. There's 2,000 volume traded. Damn, we're getting some action today. Geez, 180. Can I sell some at 205? This is like day trading at its finest. You get a quick move, see if you could scalp some. Well, scalping, I mean, scalping at 10% is not really scalping, but let me see let me see if I can find some news in this one. APH, there's got to be something. This stock just doesn't sell off like this if there ain't no reason and that many puts. PAYX seem puts too. Is there something going on in these names? PAYX puts too. Paychecks. Payroll. November 140 puts. Are these tight or are they illiquid? Yeah, they're 10 cents wide. I don't hate them. I don't hate those in paychecks. What are they, 320 it? Let me see if I can find something in APH. If anyone sees anything, post in the chat. There's got to be something though. 3 times usual volume. Not the best liquidity in the stock, I will say. Or you could do a 62.5, 60 bull or bear put spread. I should have done that actually. Because the 60 puts are more jacked up than the 62.5 puts. So just a heads up there. The 60 puts are all jacked up because of implied vol. Very, very jacked up, actually. So the 60 puts have more volume and higher implied vol. But yeah, they're buying those. I don't know why they're buying the 60s. Why are they buying the 65s or 62.5s? I still don't see any news on it. There's been an article stating heavy bull volume. That ain't it. Heavy bull volume. That's just some internet BS. Let me do a little digging here. I'm trying to eat my chili, but I can't. Joby already moved. I mean, you want to buy it up here, go ahead, but Joby calls were hitting the penny option scanner 8 minutes into the day. So I know a few people earlier. I was in the customer support. They closed them out at 60% in Joby. So Twilio, that's a big buyer. Twilio weekly 68s. How much are you, Twilio? If you're cheap, I'll buy you. 16 by 23. What do y'all think? Twilio, yay or nay? It's a lotto ticket. Chart's bullish. I'd probably do the 67s personally. Implied vol's up 7 points in APH. Something's got to be going on there. What do y'all think in Twilio? Yay or nay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay? All right. Well, one person in the chat said yes, so we're doing it. All right. Let's see if I can slam the 67s. Let's do the 67 calls instead of the 68s. Just a higher probability. They're 43 bid, 44 bid. All right, we're taking a lotto ticket in Twilio. The reason why I call these a lotto ticket, the trader bought the 68s. I mean, the 68s are, I mean, that's a big move. That's a $2 move between now and Friday. So it's, pretty low probability trade, but if you get a big move, hey, why not? I'm all for it. I'm all for it in Twilio. Do we have any other flow? And the Twilio? If I could spell it right, that would be helpful. I will say we have we've had lots of action so far today, huh? A lot of action. We usually don't have this much action right off the get-go. I mean, it's been hot. Have we had any Twilio other flow? Looking at the wrong screen. Donkey Lance. All right, let me see if we see any other flow in Twilio. Where's the big boy scanner? Trying to get my where's my time? There we go. Where is it? There we go. Pet Q, woof. Twilio, anything? I want my Twilio. If Twilio gets bought out tomorrow, I'll fly everyone to Vegas. Just kidding. I'll go to Vegas and invite everyone. Nothing. All right, nothing on Twilio. High risk, high reward, kind of my specialty. And Twilio. Calls are already moving though. You bought the 68s, you're up 10 cents. If you bought the 67s, you're up 10%. Ooh, freaky. APH, it looks like they're closing some calls here, or closing some of the puts here. All right, APH. I think we might have to bust out. No, are they closing them? I'm trying to look at time and sales, and I can't tell. $1. They bought them at 95. Some traded at $1. They sold some at 105. I can't tell. Yeah, they just closed more here. We'll leave it. It's only a 5 lot. That's what, $1,000? There has to be news. Something must have happened on that stock, APH. It just doesn't, stock doesn't move like that for no reason. Something had to hit it. Oh, Twilio, we saw the January 2025 72.5 calls. I mean, that's a long time away. A very long time away. CVS closed out. And then for quick flips, we added a little bit of calls in that one since it's done well before. Becky calls. Yeah, it's kind of hard to buy China ADRs up here, in my opinion. But I said that last week, and what happened? They went up. But I'm personally not chasing the China ADRs. I don't think they're bad necessarily. It's just they're very extended. But then again, could they stay extended? For sure. I mean, 1000%. But it's just they're up so much. And excuse me. I feel silly buying them personally. But they are working. Just hit a mark. But they are up a lot. But I would think of it this way. If I was in long China ADRs, would I be holding it? Or would I be selling it? I'd probably be selling, right? But they keep going higher. So could be wrong. Yeah, they're on holiday. Penn busted out for loss. See my loser right here. Show you. Down. AMC, I don't have any of that. I made the video on AMC the other day, but I don't have anything in it. Yeah. Unless it's like an official trade alert or anything, like the videos I do, stuff like that, I'll disclose, if I have like calls or puts in them, stuff like that. But like, again, for the free stuff, just thoughts, you could do what you want with it. Not actually like trade recommendations or anything like that. To be honest, I don't know when they send it either. So I don't know the timing of when they send or when it goes out, stuff like that. All right, let's see what else we got here. SQQ did well. Sold my last SQQ. That one did very well. It doesn't look, but it's a big move, about a 10% rally, SQQ, over the past few days. SQQ, inverse NASDAQ ETF. There goes APH selling. Twilio's bid. Bottom at 43. What's a 30%? Be about 12 cents, 45, 55. If we get there, we probably won't get there today at 55. But if we do, we'll have a profit target out. But I seriously doubt we get there in the next 40 minutes. Probably don't. Nordstrom, the family. Excuse me. Ooh, so rude. There was a Nordstrom rumor with Kohl's. That was way back. When I say way back, like last week or two. Yeah, 924. One of these donkey analysts mentioned a positive bid on the name. To be honest, these analysts have been idiots lately. So, yeah, he was probably either trying to pump his book or maybe there was, the Nordstrom family is always in the news about taking the company private, but so far, no follow through. Like made fun of Goldman Sachs the past few days. I mean, the calls they recommended to clients are down 60%. And it's like, why, you have to be the idiot. What they're doing is they're probably selling, taking the other side of the position they're telling the client. So it's incredible how dirty the business is. But I'll tell you guys straight up, it's very corrupt. I just try to give you guys the truth and not have y'all follow the analysts out there who are just trying to profit, making lies up. So I put it this way, I can never go back to having a real job. I don't think no one would ever hire me. Yeah, Tesla, nothing to do. They had news today on deliveries. Goldman Sachs told the clients to buy calls into it, and then, stock's down $8 today. They told clients to buy calls Friday, and the stock's down. Or pardon me, Monday. Monday morning, the note went out, and the stock's down $15 since then. And they all bought calls Monday morning, hence the big spike in Tesla Monday morning, right at the open. Kind of screwed up, but that's the reality of the industry. But yeah. The Twilio was the last thing that hit. Some Baby Neo. Baby Neo is bullish. Again, it's a China ADR. I mean, it's starting to move. That stock, ENVX, did incredible. Anyone still holding those calls? They're up about a double. About a triple. Pardon me. Tiger, I know some of y'all grabbed those. Those calls were up 600% today. Had a lot of Tiger. Tiger is like the Robin Hood of China. So is Futu. Futu is another one. It's like the China broker accounts. Futu. Stock's only up, 100% in a week. Tiger, same kind of jazz. Tiger's up, $4 to $8 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Oh, that's normal. Said no one. All right, APH on the lows. Can I sell some puts? I want to get rid of some. I just don't like vols coming out of the stock. All right, I sold some APH at $2 from 180. Somehow $2 is the ass and I got filled because this market's so wide. I'll try to sell the Rust at 220. To be honest, I just don't like the liquidity of this name. If I could take $8,500 and run, I'll take it. How's the Reddit doing? Reddit's still on the highs. Damn, Reddit, Twilio. So there are some names to trade with the indexes looking like garbage here. NASDAQ ain't doing nothing, but you got Reddit, Twilio, bid. Ooh. What do we have in the chat? 100% on Joby. Good job, VMT. I thought when I read your initials, I thought it said VKM. And I was about to say VKM is the initials of Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Number 4 in the Netflix documentary right now. BP, British Petroleum. Ooh, I love oil. Big oil. Next week, 33s. How much are they? If they're under a quarter, I'll buy a 20 lot. If they're over a quarter, I'll be cheap and pass. How much will they be? 33 calls. Stock doesn't move much. I'm going to say they're like 20 cents. Next week, BP 33s, 27. Oh, wait. Next week. There we go. Next week, 27. All right. I prefer the 32s at 69 cents, but it's only 100 grand. I like it. I just don't love it. So if you need to energy play, consider the BP next week 33s, or you could do like the 32s or 31s. I'm just not really in love with it. I need more size. I want bigger oil. BP is an ADR, by the way. So just be a little, I don't want to say careful, but it does usually move overnight, not necessarily in the US market. So it usually moves, in the overnight session. So it gaps. So if it gaps down tomorrow, probably down 50%. If it gaps up, let's say it moves up 0.5%, it'll probably move up 8-10%. So not the biggest mover. A China ADR. Reddit call still around $2. Got a 2-lot left. I mean, not bad. Some really good day trades. Twilio, you're 46 by 50. Do you want to take? Oh, I did a 20 lot. Never mind. I did a 10 lot. JD.com, a lot of calls. Another China ADR. Oh, Lord. Billy, lots of calls. Another China ADR. Feel like I'm going to start getting commission checks for China ADRs. The Chinese government is paying me to promote their stock market. Just kidding, everyone. Just kidding. Although I probably would accept payment. No, I'm kidding. Oh, Lord. All right, what else has hit? Some CAG puts. They had earnings. Joby, lots of Joby today. Joby's up 27%, though. So, I mean, again, I would probably be a seller, not a buyer today. Palantir had a nice move. Apparently, the CEO stopped selling stock. This was the last insider sell. He sold like 300 million worth of stock. General Motors, some OC 41 puts. I bought some OC 45 puts. I already day traded them though. GM has their delivery numbers. I believe. When did I post in the options pit? Some more Neo. Is that little Neo stock still moving? Posting in the options. Yeah, it's on the nice move. What did I say about Neo or GM? Okay. CNBC noted that General Motors will reassure investors next Tuesdays there's no need to panic about their demand for electric vehicles. So, AKA panic. Maybe write that down. GM has their investor, I'm assuming, conference next Tuesday, and they will panic because their EV sales are not happening. So, watch shares to decline. And that's next Tuesday for GM. Just like Tesla had their deliveries today, GM has their no. I mean, I bought puts and already closed out of them, but I would probably do like the same line in GM. The October or next week. You see they loaded up on the next week, 43 puts too. Those hit the big boy scanner, I believe, too. So maybe make a note of that. GM is a rock bottom stock. If you own a GM car, I get you. I got a 69 Cutlass, General Motors, but Maria has ruined the company. Maria. So GM, very bearish bets. Let me see if I can load it here. My computer's having issues. The next week, 43 puts. Traded at 500,000, 15,000 contracts now. I wouldn't look at calls personally. I'm still bearish, but it's a tough market in the auto industry. I will tell you. It is very, very tough. Actually, I'm going to grab some. I'm going to actually grab like a 1 lot of the next week 45s just so I remember about GM for next week. Just so I remember to trade it next week. Like to keep it on the books so I remember, hey, GM has something next week. Like the why, behind each trade. So you could do like next week 45s, 43s. You could do monthly Octobers. That's what I did earlier. Any exposure really in GM to the downside, I like. I think GM is crash. And then Ford. So this is how crazy. Okay. So Ford yesterday got an upgrade from, was it Goldman Sachs? Someone. The stock had a big gap up, Ford yesterday. And then today it gets downgraded. So you'll lose your mind following these Wall Street donkeys. Sounds mean to say, but it's true. Willio still holding up. NASDAQ flat. Yeah. Oh, no worries. Hello, Rebecca. Chad, it ain't horrible. Had news this morning. EV sales up 60%. Well, probably because they didn't have any EVs. Oh, my goodness. Hello, Mr. Buffett. Wow. Oxy, long-term monster. This is Buffett. March 2025 60s. Wow. I want to slam these in my big account. Oxy, huge bet. March 2025 60s. Wow. That is a Mogan. How much are weeklies? How much are Octobers? Wow. I'm gonna buy not March. Holy days. I'm gonna buy one of these and then I'm gonna buy October or November calls. When does Oxy have earnings? Reddit, they just closed their calls. Reddit, they closed their calls. Reddit, they just closed their calls. So closing the balance of Reddit here. Reddit, they just closed their calls. Out the balance of Reddit, 173 bucks on the day. Wow, what a degenerate day trader. Reddit, they just closed 2,000 calls at 180. So that Reddit trader knew what they were doing. They took that as a day trade, hence the weekly expiration. So Reddit, if you have any calls left, they just sold them. They pumped and dumped their Reddit position. Wow. $400,000 pump and dump. Gotta love it. Let me see when Oxy has earnings. Gosh, that's a monster. That is Buffett. When do they have earnings? Wow. I feel like I'm showing, and look, see the big sell signal here too? What a corrupt Reddit trader. You know, if you really want to be frisky, you could buy weeklies in Oxy and hope for a gap. Looks like they have earnings in November. So I'm going to buy some Oxy November calls too. Ugh. Oxy, I think it's a name you add to every dip too. So every time the stock goes down, I think you add. Maybe I'll just pay $3.15. All right, so I bought the November 52.5 calls too in Oxy. That is one name for the next few months, every single dip. You want to load the boat, juice it up, build a starter and juice it. If you want to be a pure degenerate, you could trade October weeklies, October monthlies. Wow. That's a big boy. 4 million in Oxy calls swept above the ass. They didn't give a darn. They just said, give me all the Oxy I can get my hands on. Wow. What a bet. You don't see that every day in Oxy, in anything, let alone Oxy. Wow. Woo! Woo-wee. All right. I feel like I need a chili break. Deanna, what is the chat saying?
Oh, sorry, what'd you say?
What is the chat saying?
Oh, and I walked away for a second. Sabrina's down on Reddit.
So I tracked time and sales. So that's how I knew. So I have time and sales up on my other screen. So you can see they bottom as soon as we came on around 172 to 190. They traded up to 215 and then they dumped them right here. So you can see them dumping here at 334, 2,000 contracts at 180. So anytime I day trade something, I always look at time and sales on the option. So each option that comes across is time stamped and approved by the exchange. So you can always see that. And kind of a rule of thumb, anytime you're in like a real short dated trade, it's always good to keep an eye on that, or at least keep an eye on volume. Or, if you have like the master indicator, you saw how we went from, bullish to bearish right at that same time too, and flip to a sell signal. So kind of a good thing to look at as well. But the real short dated stuff, always be a little cautious. And Reddit is a very, how do you say, odd name. It just sounds like Reddit, Pinterest, Snapchat. It kind of sounds like it could be like a chat room or like a I don't know, Reddit, a forum. It could be like a pump and dump from a newsletter, some people online, it was a very, very odd trade. Kind of like a GameStop type deal, it felt like. So just kind of dirty, actually. I feel dirty about it now, even too. Hertz with some December 10 calls. What is this trader thinking? Stock's at $3. Don't take them. I mean, you could take them if you want, but I think, it's a little crazy to do it. You could do anything you put your mind to, but I don't think Hertz is going to go to $10. But it could. Who knows? Maybe they get some big investment. APH on the lows. Have these puts even moved? These puts haven't even moved. Is that crazy? APH is down on the lows of the day, and the puts haven't even moved because of implied vol probably coming out. Some of this stuff too, if you're wondering, like, Jesus, Lance, what the hell are you talking about? Implied vol's higher, so the puts aren't moving. So weird. Some of this stuff too, it's repetition. You see it multiple times. The more you see it, the more you'll learn. Think of it as like you go to the gym, you hop on the treadmill, you do 20 minutes to start. A few weeks later, you're doing 30 minutes. A few weeks later, you're doing 45 minutes. And some of the stuff just comes across from repetition and obviously doing this every single day for so much that some stuff kind of can just pick up on. Just like you would if you fish a certain lake, you know what spots are good, what color the fish like, of the bait, what bait to use certain times a year. Some of the stuff, and then obviously some of the tools, have available as well. All right, let's see. You did? Oh, yeah, that's good. Honeywell. Ooh, that's a good one to look at. I haven't looked at Honeywell in forever. That's a good name. Ooh, not today. Has anything in Honeywell hit? I feel like I haven't seen this name in forever. Chart looks okay, but has anything in Honeywell hit? I saw those Coca-Cola calls. So if you have any of the Coke puts from Shadow Trader, well, you got your move today. I sold them for a loss. I did, full disclosure. When it gapped up, when the market was having fears with everything going on, macro, I sold the puts at 75 cents. And then today I looked and they were like $1.40. They came down now. But I did see those Coke calls, some COM calls, COMM November 6s. I don't hate this. Again, it's a penny stock, so you could just buy shares. But if you want. But I did see those Coke calls. Usually, if markets go down, rotation into food and beverage stocks goes up. So kind of think of Coke calls as like a hedge, like the VIX, almost like you're buying VIX calls. ConAgra Foods got hit hard today, so Coke and some of the food and beverage stocks took a big hit. But I didn't buy the Coke calls just because they were expensive. Now they're deep in the money calls. So long term, probably like them. They're high deltas. They're probably a good bet, to be honest. I just didn't take them. But Coke, especially if you're looking for like a stock to add to your big, like let's say retirement account or an account, where you collect dividends and don't touch it. I mean, I'm not gonna not can't hate on it. It's a nice solid bet. Tart, even though it's down today, you did have some dip buying coming in. You had some call buying coming in right on that dip. I don't hate it at all. It just personally, I just didn't do it because we had a Coke, position not too long ago, so I don't want to, redo a name that wasn't the best results, if you know what I mean. So I like it. Just I just didn't do it. But I do like it. I just didn't do it. A lot of stuff I like. Just sometimes I can't have that many. Sometimes it just look at Reddit. Now it's catching a little bit after the call seller. Some stuff I just can't, manage everything, quite frankly. That's why I don't do some stuff too. And eventually I need to go and clean up after the storm. I have all these trees that fell and I just got a chainsaw and I haven't been able to get any time with the rain to go clear up after the storm. So one of these days, look at Reddit catching a bid. Oh, ooh, maybe I should have held. But I do one of these days, I do got to clean up eventually. Get out of the computer and clean up. All right, what else do we have? Oh, good job, Dave. You held on the Coke puts. Good work. Good work. Rocket looks great today. Gico's still holding. Baba. Yeah, Baba, the China ADR. I busted out of those puts. I took like 15% out the Baba puts. And then when it rallied yesterday, I said, well, I ain't shorting China ADRs. And then busted out the balance. So I think I sold the balance at like 270 from 3 or 330. I think it was something like that. Palantir. God, look at Reddit. Oh, that guy. Why did he sell? So the calls though are still down. The calls are 191 with the stock on the high of the day. So implied vol came out, but still heartbreaker. Heartbreaker. ENVX, they just sold their calls as well. If you're an ENVX, they just sold their calls on the ENVX. They sold the, which ones am I looking at here? The 9s or 9.5s? And I just totally lost it on my other screen. They just closed the 9s for next week. The 9s for next week. See volume similar to open interest. Again, I try to see everything. Up 20% on Twilio. Oxy still ripping. Good, 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 good. I do, Sabrina. I like all the space stocks, really, especially long term. I think they all. I mean, Lunar's probably the only one that I would be a little bit iffy on. That would probably be the only one. Twilio up 20%. What do y'all think? Let it ride or trim some? I'm going to see if we break out over the previous high. So 66.54. If we take out 66.54, I got 10 waiting. So half of them. But don't y'all want some risk? Wake up and either you hit a big, hopefully a big win, or you're down 50%. Oh man. I bought, or it was a gift, all those scratch offs. I literally won like 50 bucks on all those scratch offs. That's it. That's it. Like 50 bucks out of, I think it was $300, the whole roll in them.
So,
So
are you gonna
they are
buy
not a good money
more?
making instrument, scratch offs.
You should buy more though, just for Stonkamania. It's like his whole thing.
God, look at
Tax
Levi.
write-off.
Yeah, I have 6 contracts of Levi. I don't love all these out the money calls traded and tons of puts I've traded too. So I would give it literally 51% chance of working out. So I'm giving myself a 1% chance that the stock that the stock rallies a $1.80 tomorrow to break even. To not the highest probability trade, to be fair, but at least I'm being honest. I just don't like there's no in the money calls trading or an open interest. So I'm wondering if they closed out the position and did crap like that today. And it looks like they did. Yeah, it looks like they sold 520 of the October 21 calls. Yeah, so it looks like they probably sold most of their calls today. I should probably sell my calls too, but 6 times 8 is 480. Uh, do I run and risk 500 bucks on earnings? Probably not. All right, I'm gonna close the Levi's. I'll leave one lot on. I'm being a chicken. I'm closing Levi's. Wah, wah, wah. I'm keeping one contract on. It just, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah. I feel soft closing it though. I love earnings. I sold the 22 calls. It just looks like they sold the 21 calls today, so I just don't like it. So Levi's, I loved you the other day. Now I don't like you. It's like jeans that no longer fit because my belly grew. So Levi's, you're on my poop list. I used to wear size 32 and now I'm a 36. That's how I feel about Levi's. Twilio near the highs, but not doing much. So goodbye, Levi's. Wah, wah, wah. Probably eating chili and bread is not helping to the Levi's issue either. Yeah. Yeah. The I literally went the other day, I'm in the closet. Oh, actually, Joey. So I had to film some stuff, some media stuff. And I go to put on my jeans, and I just bought them at Costco. Maybe I don't know, maybe 6, 7, 8 months ago. So they have Levi's at Costco. And I can't button them up. And I go to my girlfriend, I go, did jeans shrink? And she's like, yeah, a little bit. And I'm like, well, I can't button them. So they must shrink a lot. Oh, they did. They did. I couldn't button them up.
Wait, did you wash them?
I'm pretty sure I've watched them before, but still, I mean, I couldn't button them up.
Well, the
It's
thing
embarrassing.
with the cotton they use now, it's a different way of making denim. So like every time you wash them, they'll get like tighter until a
Oh,
certain point. It's like it may not
well,
be your fault.
I don't know, but I wasn't happy. Some JD puts, no thank you. Some Billy calls. Shocker. We always see Billy. And Billy, APH on the dead lows of the day, and the puts, I'm sure, not moving. Look at that. The puts are down in value with the stock on the low of the day. Look, I sold them at $2 earlier, and the stock's on the low of the day, and now they're 185. Very, very bad liquidity, APH. That's why I like penny wide options. I like the penny wide stuff. So if Oxy goes down tomorrow, what do you do? If it goes down next week, what do you do? If it goes down the week after, what do you do? Buy more. Never sell losers. Only add. Because eventually everything will be a winner or will expire worthless.
Do you
Wink,
guys
wink.
think we should sell those as posters? Like get Lance to sign a bunch of posters?
Never sell losers, only add. But Lance, I ran out of money. I can't add anymore.
I think it's like the best promo we could have.
Oh. But Lance, the trade went 80% against me. How was I supposed to hold on? In the back test, it worked. Okay, I'm kidding.
Oh, that should be a t-shirt in the back. Anyways,
Kidding, I'm kidding. I'm
uh,
not a believer in back testing. That's why. Because you can't take into consideration the emotions that come with obviously real money. Some PBF calls hitting October 35s. Why are they buying? So I would not take these PBF calls, although, yeah, I would not take those with a 10-foot pole. They're only $3 out the money. Yeah. So basically, you need a 30% rise in the underlying. No thanks. But it could happen. Never say never, especially in energy. PBF, they have to be like 20 cents. Oh, there's no market for them. So again, don't take those in PBF. There's no market. Literally. The 33s and 34s, there's no market. So that's just silly. A silly PBFer. Billy on the wall. Billy. You just go up every day. Remember Big Bill? How's Big Bill doing? The CEO bought a ton of stock. Not doing much. Well, had some good trades in it, but now it's kind of left for dead. He needs to buy some options. Becky, some puts here, some at the money puts and Miss Becky. Not for me, but if you need puts in your life, Becky November 24 puts. I just don't want some puts in my life. Yeah, I would not take those PBF. I think if you want to do it, maybe just do the common. The stock went from $1 to $6. Okay, that's normal. Wow. Okay. All right. Super Micro had their split. I was going to say yesterday, I was going to do, I was like, man, Super Micro options seem cheap. Obviously with the split, they still didn't really move. All right. They're still jacked up though, aren't they? The October 46 calls are $1. So Super Micro, even with a split, vol is pretty high. Maybe because they have an ongoing SEC investigation for accounting fraud. That might be why. The Super Micro, a little rip here. APH, I cannot believe these puts. The market makers should be, well, they're just not moving them. NVIDIA, nothing. NVIDIA's been dead. Apple's been dead. I mean, to be honest, the whole NASDAQ's been dead. Microsoft, no. I sold my puts a little too early. I had the Microsoft puts and got busted out of them. Now they're a little lower. PDD had a pop yesterday and then a mini pop today. A mini pop. Stock's up $7. We got 3 minutes. Oh, good job, Paul, and BHP calls. Oh, I almost forgot about those BHP calls. Geez, they're still ripping, huh? Good work. I didn't get nearly as much as you in BHP. We did those. I think I got like 30 and then maybe 50%. The October 62.5 calls. Good work. Because what were they? 80? Now they're $1.50. Good work in BHP. Very, very nice. PDD. I'm not taking anything bearish in China because I'm scared of China stocks. I really am. I'm scared of the China stocks. I can't click the mouse on them. They're too volatile for me. And that's pretty crazy to say. It's like I'd rather trade GameStop than a China stock. Twilio, anything with you? I'm up $200 on a 20 lot. Should I take my money and run? Probably. Am I going to? No. I want to keep playing blackjack. Run. Oh, good job, Tim and PDD. Oh, Keith, that's a good question. Huh. Keith, you are a wise man. I'm actually going to ask that right now. Keith says, since Super Micro's cheaper, can we do 100K order? Yeah, I like that idea. Good idea, Keith. That was a very good idea. I was wondering why we didn't see a lot in Super Micro yesterday. That's probably why. Because obviously with the stock lower price, the options will be cheaper. You know, we could pick up on smaller flow in it. Good idea. Thank you for mentioning that. APH, you're still not moving. Stock's down like 50 cents from 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 where the puts it. Rocket Labs at 5%. Then yeah, never sell. I did. Rocket Labs. Oh, there's the close. Oh no, GameStop. Ah, October 25s. What are these traders thinking? I mean, maybe we have an American stock short squeeze. How much are these? They can't be more than 50 cents. 70 cents. What? I mean, I would never buy the 25s. I'd buy like the 21s. These traders are insane. If that's the kitty man waiting 3 minutes, kitty trade size though, 84 grand. That ain't that big of size yet. Yeah, lots of open interest. That's why I don't like either. Oh, Warner Brothers signs a multi-year deal to renew AEW wrestling. Oh man, my wrestling organization that I wish I could buy. It's private by the Khan family. WBD signs AEW to a multi-year deal. How much do they get? All right, let's get into some questions in the chat. Oh, it was already included. No. See, my wrestling websites, you know how I got all the dirt on WWE earlier in the year? The wrestling websites already had this out 4 hours ago before the Bloomberg crap. You just have to go through all these damn ads. Oh, look, it's expected to be announced this afternoon. They did it 4 hours ago. Wow. The wrestling, that is the dirt sheets, they call it. It's wrestling. RASSLIN. It's wrestling for real, really sports entertainment from the back in the day. Why not take your money? I like risk. If I don't have any risk on, then what am I going to do? I'm going to wake up and say, oh, I got nothing to be excited about, you know? So I don't know. I just like risk, but not bad. We did a pretty good day trading, about 710 bucks. Did good in CVS. Did bad in Penn. Did good in GM. Twilio, so far so good. Could go bad though. But in and out, pretty good. Nothing crazy, but consistent. Good job, Wayne, on Bristol Myers. You still have BMY? Or you had some more? Oh wow, Bristol Myers. Look at you go. Oh, I have the weeklies, I believe. You bought the October monthlies. Good work. Very good. Oh yeah. All right. So I got Super Micro back down to 100K, by the way. That was quick. Good job on Joby 100%. Good job, Paul, on PHP 91%. What did I miss? Not a financial advice. No, I don't do any financial advice. Although I wish I could. I mean, listen, I put 150 grand in SpaceX. I'll probably never see that money again, or hopefully it goes public and maybe I double or triple it. But I am not the one for financial advice. Thankfully, because I don't want all that license and stuff and Upwork and all that back end stuff. One of my friends asked me, "Lance, should I get involved in crypto? Should I buy Robinhood account?" I go, "Oh, how much do you have in savings? Oh, like 500 bucks, 2,000 bucks. How much credit card you debt? Like 25 grand. Maybe save up a little money, pay off some credit card debt. Then, oh, you have a wedding you have to pay for? Maybe save up for that. Then maybe start looking at the US stock market." But I follow more of a Dave Ramsey approach. Like, I'm not super leveraged on like houses or anything. I got my vehicles are all paid. I'd like it that way. Like, I bought a tractor, I just pay it, although you can finance it. I don't like all that financial advice stuff. Buy gold, get 5% at the bank on money market account. All the other money you want for growth, stock market. Maybe, put some in an index, mid cap, where you don't touch, and then keep with some play money for you, where you can trade options, hopefully grow the account, stuff like that. But, obviously, we all have different risk. You got 20 million in the bank and you're 75 years old and you're like, "Lance, I want to live good and buy 1,000 lot of weekly options." Go for it. Go for it if you want. Buy silver. Silver's been good. I bought some gold bars. No, so Mary, they wanted me to get the Cybertruck Foundation series. So I did the math and it was like 120 grand extra, or it was 20 grand extra. So it would have came out to be like 120,000 bucks. And then my mom, who I got her the Tesla the other, I don't know how long it was, a year or so ago. She didn't like it because she's like, "It's low to the ground." It was the Tesla SUV. I'm like, I don't know if it's low, but I had to get her a Land Cruiser. And I got her that like a couple weeks ago. And that wasn't cheap either. It was like 64,000 bucks. But I never took my Cybertruck reservation. They said it, but when I went to it, it was 20 grand over. And I'm like, maybe I'll buy one in the future, but I just don't want to pay 20,000 for first edition, which doesn't really mean anything. So yeah, I
Oh, did you see them driving through the hurricane, like in North Carolina and stuff?
no. I
They were
did.
actually handling it, and like they were able to like power places and like lift itself above the water.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Um,
Yep, guys, this is platform X. And then on the side, he has his penny scanner. All right. And I know you guys are probably sick of me
oh, let me
talking.
ask a question. Does anyone speak
Oh,
Spanish in the chat? Do we have a big Spanish audience at all?
are you
I'm in
practicing?
Florida. My Spanish is horrible. I mean, I understand some Spanish, but like
All
I
right, we
grew
only
up.
got two people. What's up?
How about you? Okay, well.
Actually, I need to learn, so y'all have to give me recommendations of how to learn.
Okay, so we do have some Spanish speakers.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. Because I was wondering if we did have a big Spanish uh speaking crowd. Because uh one of my buddies speaks Spanish. And I was wondering, was like, maybe I don't know if we do, but let me ask and see if we do need some translation. Me too. Well, my is Cuban. My dad's side's Sicilian. They say Italian, but really Sicilian. But Duolingo, yeah, I was like 130 days in Duolingo, and then I
You killed
stopped.
your streak.
All right,
Let's see.
all right, good
Duolingo,
job, everyone.
Babel.
So Levi's is down. All right, so we smartened up a little bit. Looks like we saved $400. They did keep one contract on. Now, if it rips to $25 tomorrow morning, then I'll be blaming each and every one of you in the chat for making me sell my calls. I'm kidding, but good. Wised up a little bit in Levi's and saved some money. So pats on the back. But if it does rip higher, seriously, I'm kidding. But those little sneaky option closing them out. We've seen a lot of that recently. People will buy calls and then close them out within a day or two or the same day. And it's just been um it just I get it because no one wants to commit to the market right now, obviously with everything going on, but it does make it frustrating and difficult. I mean, look at the Nasdaq; it didn't do anything today. So, definitely trade small right now. You don't have to be a hero um, in jazz like that. Oh man. All right, let me get some more messages here. Oh, me and Jack, I finally got a message about the meetup. Um, so look for that. I think it's going to be January 20th, end of January or February. But it's going to be myself and Jack. Jack just sent a message. We should get this boat. It's actually $350 an hour. It's very reasonable. But we're starting to work on it. So don't worry. The team is finally on it after nagging them for the past 6 months.
Did you know?
Susie, good question. So if you go, a couple ways to do it, but if you go to the bottom of the option, the very last thing will say option time and sales. And then if you click on it, what you can do is, I think, double or triple click quantity. And it will show you the largest quantity. And then to read it, it will be, you'll see if there's spreads. Usually spreads kind of like to ignore. But if it's, I believe this is pink or red.
It's red.
Colorblind.
He's colorblind,
Red.
guy.
So red means sold. And then if it's green, it means bought. So let me look at Levi's. Sorry, I did this in the earlier, but I don't think I explained it. enough. So let me do that. So like in Levi's, the reason why I sold the calls, I kept one. I sold 5 out of the 6 calls was if you go to time and sales, and if y'all need any explanation for stuff, sometimes I know I go fast. Just feel free to ask, like Susie did. So if you look here, the biggest order was 520 contracts, and they were sold. See how they're red? So red, sold or closed, right? And so the market was 135 by 150. So remember, you're always going to sell on the bid and buy on the ask. So since 135 was the bid, it's red, they're sold. And then if you look at the October 22 calls, the ones I had, you have 314 contracts were sold at 75. So they might have bottom, what was it? I think Friday or Monday, whenever they did. And they might have said, you know what? We want to get rid of them. And they just sold them for a loss. I think they bought them at $1 and then sold them at 75. So they said, hey, maybe they went through earnings and something didn't look right, or maybe they got a tip. Who knows? But I always like to see that. Now, if this wasn't just, it wasn't massive size, but it was something, and Levi's usually doesn't trade too many options. So I just thought it was a little weird. So, but you could do that with any stock. Some obviously like the big stocks, you'll see that a lot. If you try doing like I don't know, a Nvidia, you're going to get, thousands of orders. So it really doesn't, mean a lot. For example, you got like 16,000 of the 35 puts as a spread. Like stuff like this isn't directional. But let's go like the Twilio and look. Do another one. So like Twilio, you have, white is usually mid-market, by the way. So like Twilio, the ones that hit on the scanner was the 68 calls for this week. And if you look here at Twilio, you see these calls, the 68 calls, same one here. They were 17 by 19. 19's close to the ask, not on the ask, but close. So, they were, you could probably assume, of course, we never officially know, but they were probably bought since 19's closer to the 20 than 17. And then, not looks to be what, 1,800 contracts, right? Yeah. So, you do have some that were like 200 at 1 cent is $212. That's nothing. So just a little gauge. Or if you want, what you can do is you could go to the option, and then if you right click on it, it will say copy, and it will give you the ticker, the year, the month, the week, and then or the day, I should say, and then the C for call, and then the strike price. And then what you could do is plot it. If you backspace and hit Control V or paste, you can actually plot it on a chart if you want. So if you copy it and then hit Control V. So what I do usually is I'll try to plot the option. If it's a weekly option, I'll try to plot it and then look at time and sales. Or if you see like volume, like to give you an example. So they did what, 2 orders at 1,800 each, I believe it was in Twilio. Right? About 1,800 contracts. 1,800 plus 1,800, let's just say 4,000. Yeah, so 4,000, literally. If let's say you see volume tomorrow around 4,000 on the same line, probably means they sold it, and then it would appear in time and sales. So kind of a good little thing to keep an eye on if you want. You don't have to. I do just because I like watching everything, especially for trade alerts. But we like doing everything. Oh yes, Mike. Thank you for mentioning that, and I will get that done ASAP. Super Micro will be updated. They said in a couple days. We'll reach out to the CBOE and get that updated for 100K instead of 250K. Let me see what else. Diana, remind me to record that right now.
Oh yeah, I'm sending you a message right now, actually.
I messaged myself, but I still forgot.
Yeah, it happens. Also, guys, I know you're sick of me dropping this, but I'm gonna drop a Telegram link. We're going to be putting a lot of Lance's lives directly into that. So if you guys want to know next time he's live, we're hosting a pop-up, but we're telling people there first. So if you want to be in his live sometime this week, just hop over to that Telegram channel. Just to kind of keep you guys, informed. So I'm just gonna drop that in there. I know you're probably really sick of it, but
What is it? Let me look.
oh yeah, it's the new live channel. So it tells you anytime someone's live, and we're gonna start announcing like we
Oh,
kept
this one?
yeah, no, the live trading. We kept getting feedback that people were missing like lives they wanted to be on, and we figured out it's because they muted a lot of channels, so they wouldn't know when your trade the close was and stuff. So we made one that people just aren't going to mute unless you really want to. So you don't get any ads, you don't get anything like that. This is just straight up anytime someone is hosting an event, you just get notified. That's it. Nothing crazy. You just click that link. We're not going to bug you. It's just going to be anytime
Wait, I'm
land.
already in it.
Well, yeah, we added you to it. You can see it.
Oh,
Yeah. But later tonight, I'm going to be announcing Lance's next pop up, and we'll just kind of go from there. But that's what that is. We're not trying to sell you guys anything. Oh, Fisher, let me make one more link. That might hopefully solve that. If you're still having the issue, just shoot me an email and I'll get you that as well. Let me, let's see, TME dash. That link should also work, but let me make one more. Let's see.
that link
Trade.
worked. I clicked on it, and it took me to Google, or I'm on Google Chrome.
Okay, so here's the new one. Yeah, that's just what that is. My boss put me in charge of it. Did you just draw over yourself? At
Yep.
least it's not like you didn't draw over someone else. Yeah, so my boss put me in
Here's
charge
what
of
I'll do
this.
now.
So I get to clean that. You can't see it. Change your color. You can barely see that. Okay, fine. Steven has a
Beard.
little beard. Alien antennas. I'm gonna use this as the advertisement. Just get Joey to clip this.
You know what? Here, make it even better.
Did
Is
you
it
give
my
yourself
Hey?
a sombrero?
Oh, it's supposed to be a Hey Arnold hat.
Oh. Okay, I
Oh,
see
all right,
that.
that's a bad one.
Okay, let me post that one more time, and I'm gonna drop my email. And if anyone has any issues or error codes, just shoot it my
What?
way, and
Why
I'll
don't
get
you
you guys
just?
in.
Why don't?
It's in your Telegram. Yeah,
Oh, is
I
it?
posted a link in there too. But if people are having issues, they're gonna have issues.
Oh, look, it's in the normal Telegram. What
Yeah.
did they write about today? Carvana?
Hmm.
Look at me. I got a big old head and a small body. Good Lord. Oh yeah, Joey got more photos, by the way.
He did. We haven't seen them yet, but I heard he got some photos, some clips of you.
Yeah,
Um,
he said I was greasy, so I had to go take a
you heard that
shower
story?
because I had so much oil in my hair.
Let's see. They made look like a car dealer for that shot. Oh, the Row to 100 telegram was just for a promo. So we were just using that to help you guys announce his new product, give you a place to get questions answered. Now that that was handled, it is now, not there.
All right. Uh,
Big head, too tight. Yeah, car dealer. I mean Carvana.
Yeah, I felt like it should have. How was Carvana today up again? Yeah, this Carvana's a crazy one. Watch the video. I did it the other day, and I still couldn't believe it, to be honest. Oh no. Let me see when I need to. I think I have something tomorrow too. Caroline is messaging me if I want to change the time. Um,
We'll join the
oh,
Telegram and you'll be alerted for every single change that we make and get Lance in and all that good stuff. Um, for let's see. I guess I'm on the live. Wait, I guess the live I'm on. Yep, Al, that would not be the right one. You would have to be joining this one. If you still have issues though, shoot me an email and I'll handle that for you. I can always like log into Telegram, find your guys' username, and just add you directly. So if you send me your email, like send me an email with your username, I'll just add you to all the right ones. Um, let me
I'm
see.
changing the Telegram, or my webinar tomorrow is now at noon.
Okay, you want to move it?
Yeah, I don't know how to.
I'd have to move it. I don't think you have
Yeah, can you
access
just
to that
change
one.
it to, oh here, I might have got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did
if
you
you're, oh yeah, if you are if you want, maybe you're not uh if you have any questions like in detail, they do have, and I was on today
I'll
with
drop that
them,
link real quick.
the customer support with Gustavo and all them. I was on, I don't even know where.
It's not it. You just passed it. It's also in the live events channel. If you want to just hop over to that, you'll see it.
Oh.
Yep.
I
Scroll
was
up.
on,
Two,
God
three.
dang, we have people all night. Where's me?
Scroll. It's at 10 a.m. So it's literally the one right above that. So right above Roger. Wow, your scrolling has ADHD. How are you doing this?
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god. There you go. You just had. You're killing me, man. Okay,
Oh,
10
right
a.m.
here. They didn't
right
put a picture. So, well, it was me. So they do have customer support. Is it every day? But I was on
there. Yep,
for
every
a
day.
little bit. Okay. So I was on from like 12 to 12:45. But check it out. Oh, PBF had an insider buy after hours. PBF had a insider buy 1.7 million in stock. It'll be reported or got reported. I don't know if that will move the options, but just something. Yeah, so that was good. Real good team over there. Uh, oh yeah, I gotta record the stuff. Deanna, I'll get the penny option scanner tutorial recorded.
Okay.
It will be up tomorrow morning in the members area.
Yep, that
Um,
works.
I feel like I wrote it down. I messaged myself that, and
Yep.
I'm glad that you brought it up because I would have forgot. Yeah, they go over at everything, like exactly different programs, how to use the platform. Can look at your account. It might be a setting off, all the indicators, software, scanner, stuff like that. So come, if you have any questions, that it's it's not during like it's not like fast action stuff like that. So it's slow and steady. Frank, usually one strike at the money or one strike at so let's say the stock is $50, probably the 50 or 51 calls. So like one strike either at the money or one strike out of the money. It depends. If it's like a high implied volatility stock, then I might go further out the money. If it's like a more boring, safer stock, like say a Pfizer or a Kraft Heinz that doesn't move a lot, then probably like one strike at the money. If it's if it's like a weekly option, then you could get a little bit closer to the money too. If it's long dated away, you go further out the money, a strike or two. But rule of thumb, don't go more than 10% out either way. So like stocks at $100, don't do anything more than like the 110 calls or like the 90 puts. All right. Thank you, Deanna. I'm gonna go, everyone, and try to get some work outside done before the mosquitoes all come and bite.
Okay.
Yeah. So like that would be basically one strike out of the money. Oh, and someone's at the front gate. Who could it be? All right. Thank you all. Let me see what this is.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Hello.
Are you not muted? Okay. I'm gonna stay on for just the next like 5 minutes or so in case you guys have any questions, and then I'm gonna hop off. But let me drop my email one more time in case anybody needs to contact me. And let me put in let's see, there's that. And it is tracking pub. Again, I don't know why I have a tracking pub email, but there is that. And I'll drop the Telegram link one more time. But if anyone has any questions, I'll just be on for the next like 5 minutes. Bye, Sandra. I hope to see you guys next week. I'm not next week, sorry. I hope to see you guys later this week when we announce Lance's pop-up class. So we're going to tell everyone in this Telegram tonight, and then everyone who's not in the Telegram will be told tomorrow afternoon. So it's not a big difference. We just want to help get you guys in this room to make sure it's actually working and links are working. We can't know that unless we try and get you guys in the room. So